But I was just saying to Shaq, like, you really do hit a point where you don't feel like anything. I definitely felt the energy increase, which was awesome. I got a PB on the assault bike, which is awesome. I've been pushing for that for so long. So there's one benefit to having all this food. So we are at the cinemas. We ordered sliders, we ordered fries. I got large fries. They said, do you want large? I said yes. Of course, because we're doing a 10,000 calorie challenge. I've just watched Shaq grab a banana. Rookie error, loading up on fruit.
I get rice soup, having a chocolate bar every day. I get banana once, and she gets something.
What have you got? Banana.
Banana, pre-training, post-training, treat.
Treat. We're having 10,000 calories today. I'm actually finding it weird to be like, oh, what should we have next? Or like, let's just have this for the sake of the calories. Like, it seems so random.
Let's go.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with Shaq, and also Nutella is here. It is very early in the morning, so it is about 4:30. Nutella is still snoring, if we can hear that in the background. But we are up early today because we are going to attempt the 10,000 calorie challenge. So that is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to aim to eat 10,000 calories today, which is wild. And there's a few reasons I want to do this. Like, a lot of people do this on YouTube just for fun and to see if they actually can do it. So that's part of it. But I also kind of want to document what happens like on the day, but also what happens afterwards, because I think a lot of people can think, you know, if they eat like one biscuit or something off plan, their whole diet is ruined. So I want to document like what actually happens if I eat 10,000 calories. And full transparency, I do not know what's gonna happen. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna look tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow or tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna weigh, what my body's gonna look like. Am I gonna be bloated? Am I gonna be so full? Like, I just have no idea. So I'm actually really interested to see what happens and see what happens in the following days. So I'm gonna split this video into two parts and do just like the actual day, how did it go? And then a follow-up video just for the days after, to just see how everything trends and how everything goes over those few days. So I think a lot of people can hear this or see this and be like, oh my God, that's awesome, just eat all the food. And even I put the Q&A box on my Insta of like, what should we eat if we're gonna do 10,000 calories? And someone said all the Easter treats, someone said mega calorie loaded cookies or donuts, almond croissants, that is on the list today, an almond croissant, loaded cookies, Kenilworth Bakery 1 kilo donut challenge, Coles new filled hot cross buns, KFC, a burger and fries, donuts, Biscoff Krispy Kremes, Milky Lane with a fat shake. That was Emma, good old Eats by Em. Big Mac, mac and cheese, anything with mac in it. Krispy Kremes, everything, KFC, a big bloody good burger, someone said, donut, creamy pasta, KFC. There's lots of KFCs on here, and I'm sure Shaq is all for that. So, like I said, everybody thinks of all the food and they think it's gonna be a great time, and it's probably gonna have some fun moments too, but I'm like genuinely unsure of how we're gonna go. Like, for me, I eat a little bit over 2,000 calories every day, probably close to 2.5 actually. So I would say this is like 4 times the amount of what I normally eat. And when we think about like, if I'm in a deficit, I'll eat like 1,500 or 1,600. So this is like 7 times that, which is crazy. For Shaq, I'd say it's probably like triple what he normally eats. He'll normally, I reckon, average around 3,000 calories every day. So, and even then I said to him, like, it's quite different for you than it is for me. Like, you're bigger than me, it's triple what you eat, whereas it's like 4 to 5 times what I normally eat. So it's just gonna be interesting to see how we go. We are going to Gold Class today to see Creed 3, which is perfectly timed because I'm sure they'll have like all the foods in there, which will be cool. Nutella's really going for it with the snoring. It's too early for him. So, but we are up early because Shaq's gonna go to gym. He normally goes to gym on Saturday mornings, and I go for my walk at Point Cartwright. So I'm still gonna do that. I actually haven't eaten anything yet, so I should probably get a bit of a move on. I'm gonna start with a coffee and a donut. which between the two is gonna come to about 700 to 800 calories. Shaq's having like a Dare iced coffee. He loves those. And normally he gets like the reduced sugar ones or whatever it is. But he's like, today I'm going for the OG. And then I will check back in and continue to post the rest of our meals. I am gonna aim to work out today and do a cardio session because I've been so hungry doing these cardio sessions. And I'm just like, this is perfectly timed. I'm going to load up on carbs and go into that session and see if it feels any different or see how I go. So that'll be really cool. And that's just one other little note. Like, I am always hungry. Very rarely do I get like full, like I eat enough. Obviously we know I eat a lot, but I'm always pretty hungry. I can always eat. I'm never really full. I don't get much like bloating or any issues like that. So it's gonna be interesting to just see like, can we hit 10,000 calories or do we hit the wall at some point? So let's go. So I've already pivoted on the coffee and donut idea. I am just feeling like I don't love loading up on high fat foods. I much prefer high carb foods, which is gonna make today challenging because fat is a lot more calories gram for gram. So it's gonna be harder to hit it if I'm going high carb, but I'm obviously gonna do a mix of both. But I'm just thinking right now, the way I'm feeling, coffee and donut just wasn't super appealing. And I was like, ooh, it's gonna be quite a hit of fat to the system to get started. And then that can sometimes make me not wanna eat much more, which would not be ideal today. So I'm gonna still get my coffee. I'll get that on the way to walking, but I decided to go to chocolate hot cross buns instead. So these have come in together, just over 500 calories. The coffee is about 350, the coffee that I get, but between the two, we're probably looking at like say 900 calories now. So strong start. I've just watched Shaq grab a banana. Rookie error, loading up on fruit.
I get roasted having a chocolate bar every day.
The only thing that shits me so much is that Shaq, this could be the most annoying thing about you, eats a Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate bar as his pre-training meal. Like, I want to die. I actually want to die when you do that. And every time he does it, I just shoot him death.
I get banana once and she gets on me.
What have you got? Banana.
Banana. Pre-training. Post-training. Treat.
Treat. We're having 10,000 calories today.
Hey, what can I get for you?
Hi, can I please get a large decaf mocha?
Yeah, on full cream milk.
Yes, please.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
$6, thanks, $4.
Thank you.
So as you guys saw, I got my coffee. I absolutely love Macca's coffee. I don't know why, it's just so good. Sometimes I get skim milk, but obviously today trying to ramp up the calories, so I went full cream. And just in regards to doing the 10,000 calories in the first place, there's for sure a part of my brain, like the educated, sciencey part of my brain, that's like, why are you doing this? Like, there's part of me that doesn't want to do it. And obviously nobody's making me, but it's just funny to have those two parts. Like, there's part of you that's like, oh yeah, this is fun and cool. And I'm also super intrigued to see how it goes, like how it goes for my body and just what happens over the next week. But equally in my mind, I'm like, you don't need to know that, like, and you don't need to do this. So it's a little bit of a battle right now, but it's cool. I'm excited. I'm going to embrace it. So I'm gonna walk right now, and then I'm going to, like I said, somebody suggested almond croissant, and I've never had an almond croissant. So that was one of the first things on my list. So there's a place on the way home from my walk that I'm pretty sure does them. I'm gonna swing in there, grab one of them, then I'll meet up with Shaq, and then we will go from there. So I've just finished walking. It is 7:20. I am pulling up to get my almond croissant. Like I said, I've never had one of these, but people talk about them so much. So I figured this is a good day to find out what all the hype is about. I'm also gonna whip in and grab some other groceries. I'm gonna do a little bit of meal stuff for Muscle Nation today. I do a lot of recipes for them, so I'm gonna do that today as well. But first stop, almond croissant. let's see what all the fuss is about. So here it is. I got mine toasted. I got one for Shaq as well, so I'll take that home to him. But I'm gonna eat mine now because it's hot. So let's see how we go. One of my biggest pet hates is hearing people chew or having people talk when they have food in their mouth. So just know that I will never ever do that on my channel. It's pretty nice. It's not as amazing as I feel like everybody hypes them up to be. I'm gonna have another big bite and see. I don't feel like this is that amazing. Like, I'm kind of stoked I had it today, and I feel like when I go back to my normal calories, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I wish I was having an almond croissant today. Or like wondering what they taste like. I've been wondering for so long, like, should I just get one? And I'm really glad I didn't waste a lower calorie day on this. I don't love this like everyone else does. I'm gonna eat it. It's definitely not bad, but I don't feel like it's amazing. It's not worth the calories. I'll put this on the screen, but I found the Brumbies one in my Fitness Pal, and I sort of double checked it online, and I think it's like 500 and something calories. I can't remember exactly, but I wouldn't say this is worth 500 calories. There's definitely better things out there. Just my opinion, but I will take Shaq's home and see what he thinks, and then we'll go from there. All right guys, so I am back for another meal. It is 8:30 a.m. So we are smashing through them. I actually have a bit of a plan, a bit of a structure for like the first half of the day, mostly because I am planning on training, so I didn't want to just eat a bunch of random shit and then go and train and feel like shit. I wanted to make sure that there was a bit of structure there and it made a little bit of sense, as much as it can, what I'm gonna eat before I train and everything. And then I've probably got like maybe 5,000 to 6,000 of these 10,000 calories planned out. So meaning literally half the day, which is wild. I don't really know what we're gonna do for tea. I'm gonna see what we do at the cinema and then kind of decide on tea from there. Right now, I'm gonna make my famous Eat Like Ruby bowl. You guys that have seen it all over Instagram, you've seen it in other videos, but I'm gonna mix it up today to ramp up the calories. And this is something that I really wanna point out to people is I have this meal every single day and I make it for about 500 calories, give or take, depending on what I end up putting in on that day. Today, I'm gonna make it for like 900 calories. And so often I see people who are aiming for high calories and they're like, I can't eat that much, or people that are aiming for low calories and they struggle to get it down and hit that amount. And so often it's like the simplest, littlest tweaks on our day. So perfect example, if I was like dieting, low calories, trying to stay in a deficit and really like save calories, if you will, I would go for like a tub of YoPro, like a small tub of YoPro, which is literally like 90 calories. Today I'm gonna go for this lemon yogurt, which I'm so excited about because I love lemon desserts, and it's 246 calories. So it's like the exact same amount of food, like in terms of volume and what you're eating and how like full you're gonna feel after it, yet it's like 150 calories more. And I'm gonna do that with so many aspects of this meal today. So we're gonna go yogurt in. This already looks so good. I feel like I'm gonna eat this yogurt and then never want to go back to like lower calorie yogurt ever again. Oh my god, that is literally like cheesecake in a tub. That is insane. That's really sweet actually. I'm gonna go raspberries, and even this, I mean, this is a very minor calorie difference, but to go like 150 grams of raspberries is about 80 something calories. If we went strawberries, it's like 50. So even just that, but if we put those two things together, we've now like got 180 calorie difference on this bowl, depending on if we wanted to make it higher or lower calories. I'm gonna go just my usual cereal. I didn't want to go and buy like a whole box of random high calorie cereal just for one single serve. So I'm just gonna go for 40 grams of that. Normally I go 30, so we've just ramped that up a bit. We've ended up with 45. So there's some bonus calories. And then as you guys know, I always put Nutella on top. And this is such a simple little thing we can do to like adjust our calories. Like we could be like low calorie dieting, whatever, and not even put Nutella on this, or we could put like 10 or 15 grams. If we're going higher calorie, if we're trying to eat more, like 10,000 calories, we can literally go like 30 grams. so small, so different in terms, like so not different, sorry, in terms of how much you're actually eating and like how full you're gonna feel while you eat that meal. Yet if we went like 10 grams of Nutella versus 30, we're gonna look at like 100 calories. And if we start to look at everything I've just mentioned, we're now like sitting at like a 300 calorie difference on this meal, but it's really the same meal, if you will. And the last thing I'm gonna do is add these. These are the best, guys. These might be the greatest food on the planet. I love these so much. And again, like I probably wouldn't put these on, or I wouldn't put these on if I was like dieting, trying to watch the intake, but going the other way, I'm just gonna crush up a few of them and put it on top. So the total like volume of that meal is gonna be so similar to what it normally is. In terms of when you're eating it, it's not really gonna be like, I can't eat this much, yet we're legit gonna take in probably an extra 400 calories more than I normally would when I have this meal, which is wild. All right guys, so I just had that bowl. I am feeling it a bit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I am now at a point where I've eaten more than I would in a full day normally, and it is 9:11 a.m. So that's pretty crazy when we think about it. I'm feeling just a bit, not even full or sick. It's probably just like on the verge of both. Just like a little bit like, oh, like I definitely don't want to eat anything for a couple of hours. But I did that intentionally. Like I said, I'm gonna go train and I am gonna aim to have some carbs before I train. How much will be depending on how I feel, because that'll probably be in about 2 hours on the dot. So I did want to kind of go hard, if you will, early to let this feeling kind of pass before I hit the gym, and we'll see how that goes, honestly. Like, this is new territory for me. I don't know if I would have ever eaten close to 3,000 calories by 9 a.m. any other time in my life. So I'm just gonna chill for a few hours, do some other random things, and then I will check back in and we'll see what I decide to eat before I hit the gym, and then we'll go from there. All right guys, so I am back. It is 11 o'clock on the dot. I'm having another meal. So I'm gonna have 3 crumpets. I've just cooked those right now. 3 crumpets with jam, and I've also got some like pre-workout and Staminade because I am going to do cardio, so that's in here. So this whole meal totals 522 calories, and it takes us a bit over the 3,000 calorie mark for the day already, which is cool. And it's gonna be interesting because I do like to train with a lot of food in my system, but probably never have with this much actual food in my system. So this is like more food than what I eat in a day at the moment. I have eaten like this much food, like 3,000 calories a day during real like gaming phases, but again, that's for a whole day, not before 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's gonna be just interesting to see. I've been getting super hungry when I've been doing cardio in the last few weeks. So it's obviously gonna be interesting to see how I go with more food. I'm actually going to put a bit more jam on these, which is gonna ramp up the calories a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what I feel like training with all this food. It could go either way. So I will smash this down, hit the gym, and let you know how it goes. All right, so I have made it through cardio. Did not spew, did not feel too sick. There was no major issues. I definitely felt the energy increase, which was awesome. I got a PB on the assault bike, which is awesome. I've been pushing for that for so long. So there's one benefit to having all this food, but apart from that, good session. Nothing much to report there. I'm a little bit hectic on the breathing right now, just following on from cardio. So we are driving home right now. We're gonna go home and check on Nutella. He's just chilling. And we are going to go to Gold Class Cinemas really soon to see Creed 3, which is awesome because we freaking love Creed and Rocky movies. And they just sent me the link to like order the food that you want. So my breathing is wild. Yeah.
Chicken to the basket.
So they just sent me the link to order the food. So I think they have like pizza, but they also have like sliders and stuff as well. I actually haven't decided what I want. Believe it or not, I'm not feeling like too much at all. But I do kind of feel like something savory because I feel like I've gone quite hard on the sweet stuff, which is just like my go-to anyway. But I feel like something like a pizza or a burger would actually go down so good after all the sweet stuff. So I am gonna whip home, get ready for that, and then I'll whip the camera back out when we decide to eat something next. I think I'm sitting at about in the low 3,000 calories. So we have plenty of eating to do. It's actually midday, so we're kind of halfway through this, and we're definitely not halfway through the calories. Shit, all right. We got work to do. Watch this space.
Let's go.
Nutella. So we are at the cinemas. We ordered sliders, we ordered fries. I got large fries. They said, do you want large? And I said yes. Of course, because we're doing a 10,000 calorie challenge. Shaq got a frozen drink, but I just got a water. I feel like I just need to go hard on the waters if I'm gonna get through this. So now we are gonna go in and eat the food and watch the movie. Hello guys, so we are back from the cinema. I couldn't really film at the cinema because obviously it's super dark, and we got sliders and fries and popcorn. They were not bad, they were pretty nice. They weren't amazing, but I am sort of just loosely tracking, guesstimating that whole thing to be about 1,500 calories. So we are pretty much at halfway, like 5,000 calories, and it is 20 past 4 in the afternoon. And I don't want to talk too much about this in this video because I want to use the second video to talk more about like how I felt, like physically, mentally, whatever. But I was just saying to Shaq, like, you really do hit a point where you don't feel like anything. Like, I really don't feel like anything else. Even like thinking about something super nice, it's like, nah, whatever. We are gonna get pizza for tea in saying that. I do love pizza, and I feel like pizza's like one thing that's kind of hard. Like, obviously it's just hard if you're dieting to fit in pizza, like really, unless it's like homemade or it's really like altered. But I just mean like OG wicked awesome pizza. It's quite hard to fit in when you're like dieting, and even if you're just tracking your food in general, it's quite hard to just get like a takeaway pizza, I guess you'd call it, and know like what the hell is in it. So there's a pizza place near our house that we absolutely love. I've had it a few times when I've been in like a clear gaining phase, or we've just been having like, you know, nights out and meals out and stuff, and it is honestly so good. So I'm definitely gonna get that. I'm estimating that to be about 2,000 calories all up. Like if we have some garlic bread pizza, whatever, like obviously when I have it, I'll have a bit more of an idea about what I have, but that still leaves 3,000 calories. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna eat another 3,000 calories on top of a pizza today. I really don't. So let's just see how things go from here. We tend to eat quite early, and Nutella's going crazy in the background doing a massive zoomie. So we'll probably get that soon. And then I said to Shaq, like, is there any... Nutella's doing a full-blown zoomie. I said to Shaq, is there any like desserts or ice cream places or anything that we've like thought we wanted and we've been, you know, haven't had it if we've been dieting, or we just haven't had it yet, and we can't even think of anything. Like, there's nothing that really comes to mind. So I will show you guys when we have pizza. I might have some Nutella out of the jar, but even then, it's really weird. Like, I'm not the sort of person that just eats things for the sake of it. Like, obviously I love to eat, and I eat quite high calories, I guess you would say, like most days, not like this. But obviously, like, I eat a bit, but I'm very routine, I'm very structured. I never just like eat shit for the sake of it. So it's weird. I'm actually finding it weird to be like, oh, what should we have next? Or like, let's just have this for the sake of the calories. Like, it seems so random. So we'll see what happens from here, but I will bring you guys along no matter what. So we have got pizza. Nutella is also having tea. We've got like cheesy garlic sort of pizza. And we've also got margarita pizza, which is my favorite. I'm actually super tired, if you can hear. Like, I feel like I've just hit the wall. Yeah, so like I said, I'll talk a little bit more in the other video about like how I'm feeling and everything, but I don't feel super energized even though I've taken in a bunch of energy, but obviously it's just way different to normal. Yeah, so feeling it a bit, but kind of looking forward to pizza because I feel like we haven't had a lot of meals even though we've had a lot of food. So I'm kind of looking forward to just eating a proper meal. So we'll see how much I get through and see what the calories come out to. Good morning, guys. So it is nice and early, like 4:40 in the morning. Day after 10,000 calorie challenge vibes. And I had pizza last night, like you guys saw, and then I just absolutely hit the wall. I was so tired, but more like brain fog, kind of headachy, tired, like I had a hangover. And that literally hit me at like 9 something yesterday morning. Like, yeah, I was about 3,500 calories in, and like obviously I'd had them in quite a small window. And like I said, that's like more food than I would normally eat in a day. And I'd had it in like probably 3 hours. And I honestly just felt like I had a hangover. And then that feeling just never went for the rest of the day, really. Like it sort of came and went, but like, yeah, that was probably the biggest like struggle, if you will. So I had pizza last night, and between sort of all the pieces, I had like 8 pieces of pizza. And then I was just like, I'm so done. Like, I'm so done. So we did not hit 10,000, but I honestly was just like, no, like I can't do another 2,000. And more just like feeling, yeah, like feeling that way, obviously, and obviously feeling full. So I was just like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing another 2,000. And I'm going to make the second video, obviously, about what happens now, like what happens today, what happens over the next few days, just in terms of like what my body does, how do I look, how do I feel, all of those things. What foods do I eat over the next few days, and just a little bit more about like how I felt and how I'm feeling right now and everything like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my attempt at 10,000 calories. In regards to failing and not making it, I would say it's one thing in life that I'm happy to fail with. Like, I cannot imagine eating another 2,000 calories on top of what I ate yesterday, and I cannot see myself ever doing it again. I am not I'm not an overeater, or I've never been an overeater or a binge eater or anything like that, and I'm not disrespecting those things, or, you know, but to me it's a really foreign thing to eat a significant amount more than I normally would, even in regards to things like, you know, Christmas Day or birthdays or whatever that are just like big foodie days. I never eat beyond being really full. Like if I'm at Christmas or whatever and we eat Christmas lunch, like I'll just enjoy the hell out of it and then be like, yeah, I'm good, and stop. Like, very rarely. I honestly could not think of a time in the last like 10 years that I've eaten more than I wanted to, and like more than I like intended to, and then felt really crappy because of it or whatever. And that's not to say that I like track my food all the time. Like, you guys, if you follow me on Insta and you know, you see all the things, like you'll see that Shaq and I go out for tea all the time, like have big meals, have untracked meals and all of those things. But it's more like, if I know I'm going out for tea, I'm really moderate and mindful for the rest of the day, and I'll like just go out for tea and enjoy that meal and then come home and get back on my normal shit. So it's so foreign to me to be like, massive meal and another massive meal and another one and another one, and just keep going when you're clearly so far past the point that you need to be eating. Like, that's just so new to me, and I honestly could not be happier to be eating like Ruby today and be going back to all my normal foods and my normal portion sizes and my normal meals. Like, I absolutely love the way that I eat, and I've eaten really similar foods, meals, portions, all of that for literally like 10 years, and now I know why. Like, I have so much love and respect for that right now. I just cannot wait. I have so much love and respect for the way that I eat and my foods and my body and my health and everything right now. Like, I just cannot wait to just get back on my usual shit. So I'm going to wrap up this video here, and then, like I said, make sure you watch part 2. I'll talk a little bit more about all of this, and we'll see how things go over the next few days. Thank you guys for watching.